Picture a sleek white containment room, a hum of power. A person steps into a glass pod, a flash of light, the pod is empty. There is a classic thought experiment about the teleporter. Imagine a machine that beams you from New York to Tokyo. You step onto the pad in New York, the machine scans every atom of your body, breaks you apart, sends the signal across the world, and rebuilds you perfectly in Japan. Safely, instantly, like magic. The catch is in the physics. The machine doesn't actually move you. It destroys the original you in New York and builds a copy in Tokyo. If the signal is clear, nobody notices. But ask yourself, what happens if the scanner blinks? What if a fly gets in the pod? Decoy villain hint: we think the machine is the miracle, but the machine is blind. It doesn't know you from fly, it just processes atoms. The machine rebuilds the fly inside the copy. The person who arrives in Tokyo looks like you, talks like you, but the integrity check failed. This is the governance lesson. When we turn complex reality, ESG data, into dashboard metrics, we are teleporting it. We scan the farm, beam the data to headquarters, and often destroy the context in the process. Control card: signal verification. Trigger: you cannot report a metric if you cannot trace it back to the original source. Artifact: the data lineage map for every KPI. The translation gap. We call this course the 201 gap. Here is the problem. In most companies, there are two giants who don't speak the same language. Number one, the legal giant: compliance, audit, risk. They speak liability, regulation, and governance. Number two, the engineering giant: data science, IT. They speak vectors, weights, and latency. The gap between them isn't empty. It's a translation gap. The engineering giant builds a system that is 99% accurate. To an engineer, that is a triumph. To the legal giant, that means 1% of the decisions are liabilities. That is a disaster. The AI ESG strategist is the bridge. You are the person who can look at a vector variance report and explain to the general counsel exactly why it creates a legal risk. You are the person who can look at a new EU regulation and explain to the engineers exactly what constraint they need to hard code into the model. If you don't build this bridge, the giants will fight and the project will fail. It's the missing curriculum of judgment. Context: what does the machine need to know? Clarity: how do I spot the error in the output? Control: when do I stop the line? Without these skills, you aren't a pilot, you're just a passenger, and passengers don't get to steer effectively when the alarms start ringing. The bottleneck truth. Here's the thing: AI capability is now abundant. The bottleneck has moved. It's no longer, can the model do this? It's, can your organization implement it without creating liability? That's the 201 gap. The value isn't in intelligence, it's in the interface between general capability and local reality. Researchers call this the jagged frontier. It means AI capability doesn't drop off smoothly like a cliff, it breaks like a jagged line of coast. One task, writing a sonnet, is safe ground, easy, solid. The very next task, checking a citation, might be a sheer drop into the ocean. If you treat the ocean like the solid ground, you drown. And the data proves it. On tasks outside the frontier, people using AI perform worse than people working alone. They trust the machine, they step off the edge, and they fall. Blind belief brings breakage. You need to know exactly where the edge is. And that map, it changes every week. The ESG problem. Now apply this to ESG. Environmental, social, and governance reporting. This isn't writing emails. This is the audit trail. This is the reputation of the firm. Regulation is real. Risk is rampant. If you are processing hundreds of supplier documents a day and you are letting the AI do the driving, you are heading for that cliff at 100 miles an hour. If you are just clicking approve without the skills to verify, you aren't a compliance officer. You are a liability sponge. You are the human placed in the loop to soak up the blame when the teleporter malfunctions. The machine makes the mistake, you sign the form, you take the fall. But here's the twist, and this is crucial. The same skills that protect you from the sponge role also unlock capabilities that didn't exist before. One organization found a time-stamped mismatch in their shipping logs, a 14-hour discrepancy between departure and arrival that should have been impossible. Their governance system flagged it. That investigation revealed their logistics partner had been double-counting transport emissions across 2 reporting regions. Fixing that single error eliminated 8% of phantom Scope 3 emissions. Another team noticed their AI kept flagging a supplier in Malaysia as medium risk, despite perfect audit scores. Instead of overriding the flag, they investigated. The AI had detected that the supplier's water usage data was too consistent, the same number every quarter for 3 years. It turned out to be a placeholder that nobody had updated. Real measurement showed they were actually below target. This isn't just about survival, it's about partnership. The organizations that figure this out won't just avoid disasters, they'll access analytical capabilities that compound over time, insights at scales no human team could achieve alone. What this course teaches. This course is your survival kit for the 201 gap. We're going to teach you the 6 sociable skills of AI partnership. Number 1, context assembly, building the world so the AI can live in it. Number 2, quality judgment, spotting the fly in the pod before it ships. Number 3, task decomposition, breaking the work so it doesn't break you. Number 4, iterative refinement, polishing the stone until it shines. Number 5, workflow integration, fitting the tool to the task, not the task to the tool. And number 6, frontier recognition, knowing exactly where the ground ends. This is how you stop being a passenger. This is how you take the helm. Don't let the teleporter scramble your career. It is time to close the gap. It is time to learn the skills that separate the sponges from the strategists.